Welcome to my first video. My name is Mon. I'm a sneakerhead who just so happened to love electric vehicles. Me and my wife just took delivery of a 2023 Tesla Model Y, and I'm gonna tell you about the process. We're gonna go over how it is to purchase a Tesla, how it is to drive a Tesla, and show you some of the key features in this electric vehicle. And if you're interested in sneakers like I am, I got a second channel called Fresh Colorway. Make sure you click and subscribe to that one too. Now the first thing we're gonna talk about is purchasing a Tesla. The first thing you wanna do is go to Tesla.com, and they give you a list of the lineup that they have available now. You do have an option to purchase a car that's in inventory. That means the car is already pre-made, and it's probably sitting at one of the dealerships around the country where you can order from. The inventory option do allow you to pick up the car a lot quicker, but if you do want a custom vehicle, you do have the option to customize it the way that you like. So the first thing you want to do is click on the car that you want. As far as us, we went with the Model Y. Now the Model Y starts off at $49,000 and goes up to the $56,000 range. And that is before you customize anything. Then you got the option to pick paint. You got a few different colors to pick from. You have the white, you got the silver, the blue, you have the black, and finally you got the red color. We went with the silver color. We did not customize our vehicle, by the way. We did buy ours straight from inventory because we wanted it a lot quicker. And then you got two rim sizes to pick from. The 19-inch rims do come standard, but you can upgrade to 20-inch rims for an extra $2,000. These do come with slimmer tires, and you know, it does affect the ride quality and efficiency of the car, so we went with the base 19-inch. You do have an option for an extra $1,000 to add a tow hitch. This is for pulling extra cargo, camper, or something you want to pull behind your car. You do have that option. Not something that we do at all, so we passed on that. And then you have an option for the interior. You can go with the white interior if you like. This is a 5-seat option, but you do have the option to go with the white interior or the black interior. And we like black because we got little kids, and our youngest daughter likes to draw on stuff, and we just think that she'll get the white seats way too dirty. Now the last option that you have is the autopilot. Now all Teslas do come with autopilot initially, and the autopilot feature just basically self-drives for you, but you got advanced autopilot that allows you to switch lanes without touching the steering wheel. Lastly, you have the full self-driving mode, and that means that it'll change lanes, get off on off-ramps, drive you through city streets without any input. I'm definitely gonna upgrade to that full self-driving mode later on, and I'm gonna definitely bring y'all for the ride so we can see how that really works. The last option you have is about a charger. Now these do not come with chargers, so you do have to purchase these separately. You have the option to go with the wall charger. We actually had the outlet put in by an electrician friend that I have. He put an outlet into our house, and we went with the mobile connector. So the mobile connector gives you two options, where you can charge it up in the same outlet that you would use like your cell phone. That charge is extremely slow. It takes about 2 days to charge it up if you were on empty to get the full. Or you can go with the other option. It takes the same type of outlet that you would use for a dryer or an oven in your home, and that one charges it up in about 4 hours. It'll get you a full charge in about 4 to 6 hours. Next, you select your payment option, and then you put down a $250 deposit, and that secures your car. Once your car is secured, they'll give you an estimated delivery date, and then you off to the races. Now with our experience with the delivery date, we ended up getting one date, which was March 31st. And on that March 31st date, our car wasn't ready. Now the big significance with that date was we knew that the EV credit was getting cut. And for those who don't know what the EV credit is, you get $7,500 back on your taxes for purchasing an electric vehicle. These rules and regulations for what vehicles will qualify changed on March 31st of 2023. So if you took delivery of a vehicle after that point, you could be playing by a different set of rules. Now luckily for the Model Y, those rules didn't change. However, the Model 3, the rules did change. So that EV tax credit definitely got cut to a lower amount. So for those who got their delivery date pushed back and purchased the Model 3, they kind of got the short end of the stick. Now we did take delivery of our vehicle on April 7th of 2023, and we was happy when we pulled up to that lot. Now when you get there, they usually have your vehicle parked out front, nice and clean and washed in detail, with your name on the front dashboard. So it's very nice. You know, you definitely feel welcome, you know, when you purchase this vehicle. Then they give you opportunity to take a look at the vehicle, and then come in, sign some papers, and they give you the keys. Now let's take a closer look at the car. Now first we're gonna talk about opening the door handles. It's a unique handle. Instead of just pulling it, you have to push the back side of the handle, which pops out the front end, and you just pull that, and that opens the door. Once you get inside, you get these nice plush leather seats. And this is actually not real leather. They said it's like a vegan leather is what they call it. So I think it's more of a synthetic type leather, but it feels very nice. And the number one thing that won me over to a Tesla is that simplistic design. We live in a world where they think that luxury is defined by a lot of different buttons and gears and levers in the car. And Tesla went the total opposite way, sort of like an iPhone, where there's no buttons involved, there's nothing but a touch screen and a simple, nice layout. And one of my favorite features on the interior is that huge glass ceiling. It's just nice, you know, when my wife is driving, I'm in the passenger seat, I look up and can see the stars, you know. And I know the kids are always making comments about the roof and you know, looking up and seeing things that they couldn't see in a normal car. And the space in this Model Y is nice too. You got the trunk in the front, and this is what Tesla calls a frunk. Then in the back of the car, you do still have a lot of cargo space. You are able to let down the second row of seats if you need to haul something larger, or you can leave them up if you got a smaller load. In my personal opinion, what set this car aside is that it's a toy first and like a car second. And I'm gonna show you what I mean by that. So when I'm doing things like waiting on my kid to get out of school or just park somewhere trying to kill time, you got the opportunity to play video games. You got a racing video game that you can use your steering wheel and brakes to actually drive the car, and that's kind of funny to me. They also have a lot of integrated entertainment. So you can do things like watch Netflix, you can watch Hulu, you can watch Disney Plus, and there's other little funny things you can do. This makes the car experience more of a fun one. Now let's talk about how the car drives. Now the power on this car is amazing, and that's just with all EVs. If you haven't driven an electric vehicle before, you want to get behind one and just see the power, because how EVs are ran is not a combustible engine, so the power and torque is there once you put your foot on the gas pedal. Now this Model Y is more of a family vehicle, but it has a 0 to 60 time faster than a Scat Pack charger. So the Scat Pack charger go from 0 to 60 in 5.2 seconds, where this goes from 0 to 60 in 5 seconds flat. Now that's ridiculously fast for a family crossover vehicle. Now I had some of my friends ride in the car, even my mother, I let her ride in it, and I showed her what that torque did, and the response was the same from both of them. They both said it feels like a plane when a plane is about to take off, and it sucks you back into the seat. All right, y'all, so I'm here in this empty parking lot, and I'm gonna just show y'all how this acceleration goes, because this never really gets old when you punch it. But we're gonna do it real quick. Now luckily this is an empty parking lot, so ain't nobody around here, so it is safe. But I'm gonna punch it and show you that 0 to 60 time. Hey, that is crazy. It never really gets old. It never gets old. And one of the most interesting features when driving it is the autopilot. I personally bought the car because I really was intrigued by this autopilot system. Now I don't have the full self-driving or the enhanced autopilot, but I plan to upgrade to that here soon so I can give y'all a review on it. However, just with the basic autopilot, it does a lot. As you can see, when I drive and go around a curve on the expressway, it fully turns around the curve. You can really have a true hands-free driving experience. Now it does give you warnings every 3 to 5 seconds, making sure that your hand is on the steering wheel. Even though it keeps you in the lane, it's not a substitute for a human being. So you do have to keep your eyes on the road and your hands on the steering wheel, or it will give you these warnings. Now the first time I did autopilot, I didn't trust it that much. So it does take some getting used to, but once you see how it handles the turns and can adjust the distance between you and the actual car in front of you, and the car really recognizes these things and it takes the turns well. So it takes time, but after you do it, you will start to trust it and get comfortable with it. But in conclusion, I definitely love the purchase of this Tesla 2023 Model Y. It is a very stylish car, and it's a fun car to drive. I definitely recommend you picking this up if you was in the market for a vehicle like this one. As a side note, I did order myself a 2023 Tesla Model 3, so I'll be bringing y'all a review on that one here soon. So if y'all want to see that review, make sure you subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss it when I post it. And I'll catch y'all on the next one.